Hey everyone, happy holidays. I'm taking the step of actually reading words that I've written on the page because I want to make sure that the ideas I want expressed are gotten out in this video blog, particularly after news I received this evening. So here goes. Libby Schaaf, Oakland mayor, disputes NFL's Eric Grubman on stadium deal. Eric Grubman, the NFL's executive vice president for business affairs, has both upset and ignited an Oakland community determined to keep its Oakland Raiders. Oakland's collective raw emotions in the wake of the tragic Oakland Fire and a large number of everyday people from our community who were killed in it were stirred by the surprisingly politically tone-deaf comments of the league's point person on new stadiums. On Tuesday, Grubman blasted the deal crafted by the Oakland City Pro Football Group, which consists of Ronnie Lott, Rodney Peete, Marcus Allen, Bill Duffy, and Fortress Investments, as being like the previous year's Floyd Kephart deal. Considering that Grubman and Kephart didn't see eye to eye, whereas the current group of people have had the highest respect for him, his sudden negative take on a deal many believed he had a hand in crafting is strange. What does Grubman mean when he says that Oakland should have not made a deal with a third party other than the Raiders when Sheldon Adelson's a third party in Las Vegas, as would be Goldman Sachs, even without Adelson in the picture as one possible deal scenario has it? Is Eric Grubman motivated to steer the Raiders to Las Vegas by the $750 million Nevada subsidy and the money it would make for Goldman Sachs' former employer? Does the fact that Oakland's barred Goldman Sachs from doing any business with the city provide extra incentive? While these questions are painful to ask of the NFL's man who served our country, and for whom this blogger, me, has a great deal of personal respect, they must be asked, even if they don't get an answer. And why did Grubman, even after spending time with Oakland Mayor Libby Schaaf and numerous phone calls, trips, and emails, elect to drop a political bomb by saying that the NFL wasn't consulted about the disposition of the land? Oakland Mayor Libby Schaaf told me that the NFL's Grubman never asked or expressed an interest in the Coliseum land. While that runs counter to last year's news that I broke, that the league was interested in developing on and owning Coliseum land, it's not hard to think that Oakland's blocking Goldman Sachs is playing a role in these sudden problems with a league that has become the investment banking firm Goldman Sachs' sports gravy train. So now the Raiders are in a mess. They have no deal in Las Vegas, but pretend all is well. On Thursday, Clark County Supervisor Steve Sisolak tweeted that he had a great meeting with Oakland Raiders owner Mark Davis and Adelson, but the simple fact that he had to tweet that indicates the existence of a big problem between Davis and Adelson to start with. And that issue is still unresolved. Sisolak did not tweet out, "Hey, problem solved, we got a deal." Keep that in mind. But the Raiders do have a good deal in Oakland with the Lott Group and Fortress Investments, and one allows them and the NFL to collect development revenues over time and enjoy a 99-year ground lease. All of this in a much larger market, media market, than Las Vegas, and in a city, Oakland, that really does deserve some good news. The Oakland Fire has produced a giant spiritual hole in our city center. I went to my favorite Oakland hangout Thursday night tonight, the Alley, and I learned that Ben Nels is dead. He was a regular at the Alley. Excuse me. He was there more than I was since I'm out of town a lot. and he died in the fire. What I did not know was that he was partnered with Nicole Renee Sigrist, who is also named Donalda, who is the assistant manager at the Grand Lake Theater just down the street, owned by my friend Alan Michon, who I saw tonight when I watched Rogue. When I went to see Doctor Strange a few weeks ago before I left, it was Nicole that sold me the ticket to see it. She too is dead. So, two of them had a band called Intro Flirt. And she was the flirt, he was the introvert. Intro Flirt. There you go. They're both gone. These are two of a number of people that form the bedrock of our community spirit. No, not all of them were from Oakland or lived in Oakland. Some of them were just visiting, but the vast majority did live here. They really did. And even though some of the people who were visiting, it wasn't their first time. They've been here before. None of that matters now. They're gone. And in small ways, we find out how our lives have been negatively impacted by places we go to where they were regulars or worked at. And their life spirit, their life force, were part of our life force enjoying what our community has to offer. They're gone. You know, there's no reason that Oakland has to endure all of this pain. None. And the NFL and the Oakland Raiders should very well stop this silly relocation game, commit to building a stadium here in Oakland, and healing this community. That would be the best Christmas present anyone could ask for, and would also show what the NFL is truly capable of at a time when Oakland really needs to see that. And not just Oakland, but California, the United States, and the world.